Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to A Common Touch of Fantasy. My name is Paul, and thank you for joining me today, this Tuesday, September the 12th, 2017. Today, I am going to be talking about the things that I like the most with the most time, and things that I like the least in the least amount of time so that I can try to make shorter videos. So, first off, we'll talk about the short stories I read from Neil Clark's The Best of Science Fiction, Volume 1. Hold Time Violations by John Chu was an alright story. It's about like this meshwork of plumbing and different things that control the multiverse. The multiverse is this giant like sphere of plumbing and meshwork. And if you adjust the pipes and adjust the different things, you can affect the multiverses in a way. An interesting concept, but the follow through of it didn't really do anything for me. Wild Honey by Paul McAuley is a dystopian story that's kind of like a western. A young woman, actually it's an older woman, is a beekeeper, and she uses bees to make her living with all the things that they provide. But she goes and tries to help this other woman that is being abused and hurt by this like outlaw guy. And she uses her bees and tries to save the other woman. It was an okay story. Wasn't the greatest. For tomorrow, I'm reading So Much Cooking by Naomi Kritzer and Bannerless by Carrie Vaughn from that same volume. Comic books, Steve Rogers, number 25. I was supposed to read this before Secret Empire 8, but I failed. Basically, this is Steve Rogers doing his thing, trying to take over stuff. And then Sam Wilson basically being, okay, we've had enough. Let's get together. Let's do this thing. Let's stand up for freedom. Let's stand up for what we believe in. And this probably had one of the worst instances of like a Deus Ex Machina thing in a story that I've seen ever. Okay, Dark Knight's Metal by Scott Snyder and art by Greg Capullo. This is the new event from DC. It's basically a Justice League thing, but mostly focused on Batman and his storyline. It kind of connects the New 52 with Rebirth. I like the art. I thought that the preludes to this were a little bit confusing, but after reading this, it made more sense. Basically, there's this ninth metal or nth metal, or there's another multiverse. It's like the dark multiverse, and there's like this great power over there, the evil power, and so basically they're trying to figure out like what that power is and how it might affect their world. The last panel of this, the last page, the reveal of a character is mind-blowingly good. Like I was like, what? No way! I could not believe they put that character in this comic. Choosing Civility by PM Forni is probably my choice of the best thing I read yesterday. I'm struggling with Arab Navran, to be honest. But Choosing Civility is the 25 Rules of Considerate Conduct. It's basically a grounding book. When I say that, this is the book that makes like the foundational characteristics and attributes of who you are. So it talks about how to be a decent person, how to put others first, very basic golden rule type of stories and type of characteristics that we should all have as individuals. For example, like apologize earnestly and thoughtfully, respect other people's space, keep it down, how to rediscover silence, be agreeable, respect others' opinions, things like that. It is fantastic. It is written really well, and I really like it a lot. I probably will get my own copy just because it's one of those books that you kind of need to remind yourself of every so often, like every year, every 2 years, about who you want to be as a person and the steps that you're taking to be that person and just being a great citizen, friend, and family member. It's really good. And I really think that people that are just now going into the work fields, say you just graduated from college and you're getting your first job out there in the workforce, I think that this book would really help if you read it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. I'm also reading Action Comics, new issue there, and then Batman 29 for tomorrow. Those are my comic books for tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nice Tuesday.